Yesterday I showed you a beautiful supermodel of an octopus called a blanket octopus, and today I'm showing you this. I would be so angry. This is a 7-arm octopus, also known as a blob octopus. I would press charges against the entire ocean. The other octopuses get to look like this, and I have to look like this. What did this octopus do to deserve this? First of all, it seems to be experiencing some sort of prolapse. They call it the blob octopus because it is in fact quite blobbish. The fact that they also gave it a googly eye seems like cruel and unusual punishment, honestly. It's also called the 7-arm octopus, which is weird because it has 8 arms. Who was in charge here? This one looks worse because it appears to have been in some sort of violent tussle, but this area was very confusing to me. First of all, it looks like a weird mouth, which it's not. On a less blobbish octopus, it's this area right here, and that's where the water propulsion comes from. Also, side note, how much more friendly would the octopus look if this were the nose instead of the head? Hear me out. This is like a big Doug funny nose, and this is a smiling mouth. I feel like that is such a cheerful, friendly looking octopus. It unfortunately doesn't really work for this guy because if you, it just looks like a giant chin. Anyway, that one appears to be sort of disintegrating in front of our eyes. But even in this diagram, it has a very prominent crevice. It's called the 7-arm octopus because they just couldn't find the 8th arm. Don't worry, they eventually discovered it. They didn't see it originally because it was hiding in a pouch under its eyeball, and this specific arm is dedicated to lovemaking. Besties, is that an arm? He keeps it coiled in a sack beneath the right eye, obviously. Also, when they're ready to use it, their special arm explodes out of the cavity and swims across to the people. They just chuck it at the lady octopus. If a man chucked his removable wiener at me, I would willingly swim directly into the mouth of a whale. They are not the only octopus species that has a removable member and they die after throwing it, which I do think a lot of men would die if that particular arm fell off. Another species that engages in this sort of cursed game of catch is the Argonaut octopus, which this looks like a shell. I think it's technically not a shell. Okay, only the ladies grow them, and it's an egg case, not a true shell, even though it's made from the exact same stuff as shells are made of because it's not from the same gland. I don't really understand shells just generally as a concept, and I may have to deep dive those at some point because they don't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's not what they have. My favorite part, they can swim perfectly fine, but they prefer to hitchhike on jellyfish. Whatever is happening here, I am truly such a big fan. This is the octopus, and this is its jellyfish Uber. This is so cute. Oh my God. This one is my favorite because they're obviously best friends because their outfits match. And these ones also have a freaky size difference. This one says the females are about 5 inches long. Their shells can be 12 inches. The males, 3/4 of an inch. And see, detachable, autonomous, reproductive arm. Why is it autonomous? Why does it know where it's going? I was not prepared for the number of octopus with a go-go gadget wiener arm.